Agents shooting unarmed people at point blank range, spraying chemical irritants directly into the faces of subdued protesters, ramming people's cars, waving loaded guns around, and being defended by leaders who go straight to blaming the victims. How did we get here? How can the United States have federal law enforcement agencies that use force like this? A big reason is impunity. Border Patrol has almost always been allowed to go from zero to lethal without consequences. Hi, I'm Adam Isacson. I work on security here at the Washington office on Latin America. Since 2011, I've been monitoring human rights conditions along the US Mexico border. Some numbers. Since 2010, the Southern Border Communities Coalition has documented 364 fatal encounters with CBP at the border. Not all of those are use of force cases, but between 2020 and 2023, WOLA counted 15 cases of CBP personnel, mainly Border Patrol agents, killing or severely wounding people in circumstances that appear unjustified. The coalition points out that no on duty agent in the nearly 100-year history of Border Patrol has been successfully convicted of a killing while on duty. The ACLU concurs with that. That's pretty remarkable. And now, Border Patrol agents are U.S. cities in the U.S. interior, behaving as though they're still in a remote desert at the border, treating everyone like a potential terror threat, as though video evidence will not be used to investigate them. Many ICE agents are also behaving the same way. All DHS agencies have written standards for the use of deadly force. They allow it only when necessary, when there is, quote, a reasonable belief that the subject of such force poses an imminent threat of death or serious bodily injury. Necessary means there was no way to de-escalate the situation, that no non-lethal measures would have worked. It's impossible to argue that agents who shot Silverio Villegas and Marimar Martinez in Chicago, Rene Good and Alex Preti in Minneapolis, and others had no other options. In many cases, agents escalated the situation themselves. But as in the past, nobody has been held accountable. DHS reviews find agents didn't violate policy. Holding a rock or making a sudden move gets interpreted as justifying deadly force, and cases are dismissed. Even the policy on paper isn't enough. International standards are higher. They call not just for necessity, but for proportionality. The agent must show that the level of force used matches the perceived threat. So if Alex Preti or Rene Good weren't clearly threatening someone's life, and they weren't, lethal force would be disproportionate, unjustified without a doubt, and there would be a high probability of consequences for those who killed them. Adopting that international standard and actually applying use of force policies that are already on paper are urgently needed steps. Training is not enough. Body-worn cameras are not enough. They're good, but they're not enough. A real probability of being held accountable can't be optional. It's the only way to change behavior.